The Sports Scouting Report with Lee Burkeen, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez. Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge. Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. And the Bugman, we get them before they get you. Here's your host, Lee Burkeen.
Hi everyone, we've got a great show today. I'm your host, Lee Burkeen, the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We've got Benton High School. We're going to talk to the head coach, Reynolds. Does a great job. Met him way back when he was coaching at Bolton High School in Alexandria, Louisiana, when he had like 35 kids back then, and they were winning. Now he's at Benton. He's done nothing but win ball games. And two of his young kid recruits, some of the running back, Manning is a phenomenal kid, a VanHoy, big lineman. We're going to meet the running back and the big guy later in the show. But when we come back, Reynolds Moore, Benton High School.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. Lee Burkeen, your host here, the Sports Scouting Report podcast. Be sure to subscribe for free, like, and do all the stuff you do to share it with all your friends, our show. My mission and goal in life was to come to Shreveport, North Louisiana, and tape a bunch of shows and have equal coverage of North Louisiana with South Louisiana. There's so much talent in Shreveport, Bossier City, and I want to just share that with everybody because I know if you live in Shreveport and you're watching this, if you live in Bossier City, you know that already. Or maybe you don't, but I want to bring that out and show off the coaches and the kids. And it's so competitive. If you can have a 7-3 record and go to the playoffs in this city, Coach Moore, it's pretty good, right?
I think so.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate all you're doing for North Louisiana. It's good to have somebody who cares about getting some recognition for our kids up here.
I met you at Bolton way back.
That's right, at Louisiana College Camp.
Louisiana College Camp, yeah. Right. You know, Ole Miss started the journey, right?
That's it.
And then you made your way to Louisiana.
Went to Louisiana from there, yeah. Originally from Mississippi, and my wife's from New Orleans, and so we kind of worked our way back here.
And now you're like a transplant. How many years now in Louisiana?
This will be year 15 in Louisiana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what we just dropped the girls off at college, and they were trying to. Everybody's like, "Where are you from?" And like, well, basically Louisiana. We lived here more of our life than anything else.
We did an article on your quarterback the other day, and this is what makes it special about your program. You had a quarterback start for a long time.
Yeah.
You graduated last year, got hurt, and then you had a junior waiting his turn.
Right.
Who's now your senior starter full-time for the first full season.
Right.
But he got playoff start, and he got some late starts, and now he's a prospect because he's a late bloomer.
Yeah.
But you have guys that don't leave the school.
Yeah.
That's a testament to the community.
I think so, to the community and to his parents and to him. He wanted to play with the guys that he had grown up with and his buddies. And so he stuck it out and waited his turn. You know, we got him on the field at receiver last year.
Yeah.
He's an incredible athlete, and we couldn't just leave him on the sideline. And when his time came and his number was called, when Greg got hurt a couple times, Jeff stepped in and had a really good half against Texas High week 2, and then if he's not as capable, as good as he is, we don't beat Shreve week 9.
Jeff King.
So,
Jeff King.
He's got the best arm of any quarterback I've ever coached. He's got incredible arm talent, moves really well in the pocket. Biggest challenge is going to be keeping him upright because he's a physical guy. He likes to lower his shoulder. We're trying to get him to slide and go out of bounds some.
And one of the best javelin throwers in track in the state.
Absolutely.
Hitting almost 200 feet.
Almost 200. I think his long last year was about 196. And so his goal is to get over 200 this year.
Not shabby, Coach.
No. I think he finished second or third in the state last year.
And then Greg Manning's going to be joining us. You smile ear to ear with Greg Manning.
Listen, he came in.
You're running back, everything.
He's a little guy, but he's our leading scorer in basketball. He's our leading scorer in football last year. 26 rushing touchdowns, almost 1,500 yards rushing. Another 400 or 500 receiving.
Everything.
He carried the ball 300 times last year at his size. He's just tough. He's hard to get.
You didn't tell me that. 300 attempts?
299 rushes.
Gosh.
Yeah, I probably overused him. I'm not sure if he ever caught up in basketball, got his legs back under him. But he's one of these guys, even in practice right now as a senior. He's rushed for 1,000 yards 2 years in a row. And he wants every carry in practice. He gets mad when we take him out in practice.
That's a guy that's dialed in. And then you have your young O-lineman who's a giant of a young man, Witten, VanHoy, who's I don't know, he grew again maybe. What is he, six
He's
six,
about
seven?
6'7.5" right now, almost 6'8".
Who we're going to meet.
Yeah, he's almost 300, almost 6'8", and
Only going to be a junior.
only going to be a junior. You know, and I've known their family since we moved here, and have seen he's always been the biggest kid. But he just, unlike some people, they're bigger when they're young and people catch up. No one's ever caught up because he just kept growing, and he's continued to work so that he can make the rest of his body fill out to match that height.
And I tell you what, he's got a proud grandfather in Buster Thomas.
Buster,
He is proud of those boys.
Yeah, Buster's been a real big supporter of our program even before Witten was playing, and will continue to be for a long time, I'm sure.
We're going to take a break. We come back. We're going to finish with Coach Reynolds more, brag about his team a little more, talk about the district a little bit, and what it means to be the coach at Benton, at a very tight-knit community at Benton High School. We'll be right back.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez.
Welcome back, Lieber Keene, the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're at Harvey Toyota, Subaru, Lexus here in Bossier City, Louisiana. Be sure to consider them when you're buying your new vehicle. I'm actually getting one today. I'm getting an SUV, and I'm going from a car to an SUV. So I need the SUV. Why did I buy a car when I travel? And it rains. You can't get anywhere, Coach.
That's right.
I learned after.
That's right.
When it rains like this much.
That's right. Well, you're getting it right now. You're getting it right
I'm getting it
You're
now.
fixing it.
You went to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you this because I think it's always in our heart.
Yeah.
When you go to school somewhere, that's your love. It never goes away. If Ole Miss came to you tomorrow and Lane Kiffin says, man, I need a quality control offensive guy.
Right.
And we'll pay, like triple.
Sure.
It'd be hard to say no, right?
It'd be hard to say no. I've got 2 kids in Oxford now going to school at Ole Miss. We lost one of them to Alabama. 2 of the 3 guys.
Okay, Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
Okay.
We just dropped them off this past weekend, but it'd be hard to say no. There's a great quote in the student union at Ole Miss when you walk up that says, one graduates and regretfully terminates tenure at the university, but one never graduates from Ole Miss. And so that sticks with me, and it's Oxford and Ole Miss are a part of me. It'd be hard to say no.
That's what I thought you would say. I mean, look, everybody has a dream.
Well, and I think it'd be fun to recruit too. If I had the opportunity to go recruit,
come back here
with my personality, be able to recruit and give. I've said that to my wife and my kids sometimes. That I'd love to be able to give some love to these guys in this area that kind of get overlooked a whole bunch, and see the talent, that let everybody else see the talent that we know is here.
What if Mississippi State offered you that? Would that feel kind of crazy?
Yeah, it would. It would. I don't know. I mean, I'm not dying to coach in college, so it'd have to be a pretty good offer, and that's tough. I grew up close there, but it's still pretty tough.
That'd be hard.
If Ron Polk came back, I coached baseball with him. Maybe I'd do that.
Yeah, that'd be a little
that'd be different.
cheating,
That's it.
What do you think of the team? You've had some great seasons.
Yeah.
Y'all go to the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
And whether y'all have any prospects or just a bunch of seniors,
Right.
y'all are there. Y'all are in it.
Yeah. It's been a big jump to 5A. Big year 5 and 5A. We made 3 of the 4 years. The COVID year we didn't get in. Had a tough year that year. But other than that, we've been in. Our guys have really, even when we don't have prospects, we have tough guys. We have hard-nosed guys that get after it and flat out, just kind of make us look better than we are probably as coaches. But got a lot of inexperience, a lot of youth this year, but a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And so, we returned, I think, 5 starters total. But a lot of talent there. The good news is, in our first 3 games, we feel like they're inexperienced too. Texas High will be a little bit different. They're bringing back a lot, but we feel like we've got a chance to learn and grow here in the scrimmage tomorrow night here, and in Jamboree coming up. We feel like we've got some opportunities to kind of get our legs under us before district play, and so if we can do that, some of these young guys can stay healthy and really grow into what we think they can be. Then I think we got a chance to be pretty good again this year.
Coach Moore, let me ask you this, because I'm in South Louisiana, and you don't see a lot of Mississippi teams playing Louisiana teams.
Right.
Or, crossover.
Yeah.
Here you see it's common for Arkansas and Texas
Right.
teams to play. It's kind of norm.
Yeah.
What is that like to play another state?
Yeah, well, we went a couple years ago. A buddy of mine I grew up with was coaching at Vicksburg High. We went to Vicksburg and played over there. They didn't get to do the return trip because it was a COVID year.
I got you.
And staggered. But playing somebody in Texas is a little bit different, because Texas plays by NCAA rules. So it's a little bit different there in some of the things that we do. But I've always been a fan of playing somebody outside of our area. I feel like a lot of schools in our area, that's why we're probably not known around the state. Some of these teams that are really, really good every year until they get to the playoffs, simply because Because they've only played teams up here, and they do that year in and year out. And so
Right.
we want to go play Newman and go to New Orleans. We want to go. We played Barb a couple years ago. We enjoy that, giving our kids an experience and getting them out of Benton and letting them see different things and experience different things and kind of make a name for ourselves around the state.
Acadiana, Zachary, those schools, Destrehan.
We feel like that's where we want to be.
Yeah.
We want to
Yeah.
be where we can put them on the schedule
Yeah.
and feel confident
Yeah.
about that. We're not quite there yet. We're still growing. Got to get some more depth, but that's where we want to be.
Somebody needs to do like a preseason game with North-South, not out-of-state teams, but
Yep.
North-South 5A teams.
With the battle on the border, they tried some of that, but they've been focusing more on out-of-state teams than trying to bring some of that together here.
I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah,
man.
I think it'd be good. I mean, it would be, certainly I think we've got, like I said, a lot of talent up here, some great coaches who do a really good job and kind of gets overlooked a lot of times because, people just drive right by sometimes because, maybe we haven't had anybody sign or you're not playing in the Dome. And so it's tough and it is a little frustrating because we've got guys that we know are talented.
Looks just like LSU.
It's a little bit like
a little
that.
bit
Yeah, we had
LSU, huh?
The old Tiger
Yeah.
we had to redesign, so it's a little bit. We did use some LSU's to kind of get an idea to mimic that. Even an Ole Miss guy, we've got when we put on our white, we have new gold pants this year. So our white jersey on our gold pants is going to look like LSU playing at home. I think that's how we designed them.
okay.
So,
Okay.
it's great looks. I'm a football guy. So
Y'all the
that really
Tigers.
is.
Y'all
That's
the
it.
Tigers,
That's That's it.
Reynolds, thank you, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Look forward to interviewing Witten, VanHoy, and also
Greg
Manning, your running back, whose 300 attempts is a state record last year. We'll be right back.
Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Lee Burkeen, your host, the Sports Scouting Report podcast at Harvey Toyota Subaru in Bossier City, Louisiana. I'm so glad to be here, being from Baton Rouge, coming down and doing these shows and interviewing all the kids and the recruits and the coaches. And we got two more great kids to interview from Benton High School. Witten VanHoy. Witten, thank you.
Yes, sir. Nice to have you.
And Greg Manning, right? And what a better duo than the running back and an O-lineman,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think, Greg? This guy's amazing for you, blocking? At 6'7", what are you now?
290.
6'7", 290 pounds. And Greg, you're what, 5'5"? But you're like the guy, you're like the quickest guy in the area. 300 rushing attempts? And coach said you wanted the ball more.
Yes, sir.
How do you do it?
Oh, no. Just do it.
300 rushing attempts. He said you do it all. Give this guy a hold, he's gone, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We try.
So Greg you're going to be a senior.
Yes, sir.
Witten, you're going to be a junior.
Yes, sir.
It's amazing you have another year left.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your brother is 6'8", and you're 6'7".
Yes, sir.
There's also some ties, I think. Didn't your dad play for the Dallas Cowboys?
Yes, sir. Dallas Cowboys and Dolphins.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and your uncle plays a little golf, right?
Yes, sir.
David Toms.
Yes, sir.
And they're all big fans of you and your brother. And I know your grandfather's a huge supporter, but to see the offensive line, y'all got some big guys.
Yes, sir.
Block for this guy here, the number one skill, I would say, in space, best player in the area. Greg, you want to play college ball?
Yes, sir.
Look at that camera and say, where would you like to go? Make these guys want to start recruiting you a little more. Is there a school or two you like in state?
A few of them. I like to go to LSU, but I want to go JUCO first.
Kind of make a name a little more and then move up? That's what everybody's doing now, if you don't go at the biggest mountain. You've had a lot of early interest with colleges.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And a few D1 schools noticed you recently.
Yes, sir. Went to a lot of camps this summer and got the opportunity to talk to a few coaches and get the opportunity to tour the campuses, so it was pretty cool.
Who's offered you already, Witten?
Louisiana Tech, ULM, and Colorado.
You trying to convince them to offer Greg here too?
Yeah, I've been talking to Prime and trying to get him.
Trying to get him to go on some visits with you?
Yes, sir.
So this is the guy right here that helps me. What do you think of the offensive line this year? I mean, y'all got some, like I said, I talked to Coach Moore. Y'all got some big guys coming back.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think we're ready. We're preparing every day. We're one of the hardest workers in the room, and we're just getting stronger in the off season and getting ready to win all of our games. So,
Greg, what it's like to have Jeff King as your quarterback, who's a throws a javelin almost 200 feet, got a cannon arm, waited his turn. And what do you think of him as a quarterback?
I mean, I think he's the best quarterback in the state.
Okay. And I mean, what a great guy to hand the ball off. And what do you think of him? He waited his turn, Witten.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think this season the expectations are high. I think he has a cannon, so I think we'll be able to go deep a few times, and you'll be able to see Jeff King and what he can do.
Did you learn anything over the summer at any of these camps? I mean, you were only a sophomore technically when you were going to them, but any pointers that you learned in technique?
Yes, sir. I got to talk to Brad Davis at LSU and Gabe Pertita at Florida State, and learned a lot in one-on-ones, and I think I learned a lot growing as a player in my footwork and hands replacement too. So I think I improved over the summer quite a bit.
For people who don't know, Gabe Fertitta coached at Catholic High Baton Rouge and won 2 state championships. He's at Florida State, which is kind of unique. They're playing Florida State, LSU in Orlando.
Yes, sir.
In like
yes,
2
sir.
weeks.
Yeah.
What do you think of that game?
Yeah, I think I'll definitely be tuning in. So I can't wait to watch that and just watch the other team's going to be. Apparently, Florida State's going to be like got a lot of good players, and saw the campus and all the facilities, and I think they'll be pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to take a break, come back, have more of Witten and also Greg. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back, Lee Burkeen, host. We're at Harvey Toyota Subaru here in Bossier City, Louisiana. If you're thinking of buying a new vehicle, be sure to remember them when you do that. They're big sports fans, high school, college football. We have Witten, VanHoy here. We have Greg Manning from Benton High School. And Benton is, I keep up with you guys every year. They'll just win every year, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And y'all have big senior classes, and then the next senior class comes in, and it's like y'all have the leadership and just keep it going. So the good pressure is just keep it going, right? Get back to the playoffs. What do you think, Witten, about that?
Yeah, I think we're ready. I think we're prepared. The expectations are to go to the playoffs. So we're just working every day and trying to get get to that goal. So,
Greg, what can't you do running the ball? Anything? I love your tenacity for somebody that's 5'5". I mean, isn't that incredible? I mean, just not scared of anything, just run through anything, and unbelievable. And tell them what you weigh, which is more amazing.
I weigh like 168.
You run like you're 200 pounds.
yes, sir.
That's the guy you want running behind you, right?
He's a dog. He's really good.
Incredible. Okay, I know you got 2 years left, but I'm going to ask both of you this. What do you think you're majoring in college, Witten? You have an idea?
No, not really. I've been talking over with my parents, and I'd love to be like a trainer, some
Okay.
sports. So,
Okay. What about you, Greg?
I'm gonna try to major in welding.
Welding, okay. Guys make a lot of money in welding. Some will do it in the water, like underwater and stuff. And you kind of figured that out yet, or are you kind of looking at it? Okay. Okay. What about favorite sports person growing up? Is there somebody that's like, that's my person I watch every week? Pro, high school, college?
I love watching Trent Williams tackle
Okay.
for the 49ers.
Okay.
I love his game and how dominant he is. So.
What about you, Greg?
All right, so Derek Sproles.
You look like him. You look just like Sproles. Was a Saint at one time, Eagles. Same size. I'm trying to get you out there, man. Try to get you. I mean, you're the only running back to run for 300 attempts last year. And I know you won at 301, or it was 299, something like that. But guys, good luck to you, man. I mean, you got 2 years left.
Yes, sir.
You got your great senior year coming up. Y'all got a chance to be really good. Got a good quarterback again. Witten, good luck
Yes, sir.
to you,
Nice to
man.
meet you.
Good luck to you, Greg. Benton High School, support them, and they got a good team coming back in a competitive district this year in the Shreveport area. Appreciate everybody watching the show. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lee Burkeen.